Everyone, and welcome to a kind of a mini review, I guess, here with Critical Rocket. So we're going to be looking at Overwatch. It's my new addiction. I'm really enjoying the game. It doesn't mean I'm going to be leaving Macro Online or anything, or most other games, but I've been playing enough of it that I felt like maybe I probably should make a video just detailing what I like about the game, what I don't like about the game, clear up a couple of minor misconceptions with the title. So kicking off, basically, Overwatch could be best described as a kind of first-person MOBA shooter from Blizzard Activision, or Activision Blizzard, depending on who's on top. The MOBA title, I don't personally for me doesn't I don't think it applies. So personally for me, I view this as Team Fortress 3. This is the game Valve couldn't be asked to build. Basically, you've got 21 unique characters that fall into 4 different categories of style of play. You've got offensive characters, defensive characters, tank characters, and support characters, and each one is a unique, special little snowflake in and of themselves. Like the every attack character has a different style of offensive capabilities. Like one's a ninja who can deflect bullets and rockets back at their foes and throws shurikens, and one's like a Clint Eastwood style cowboy who can like fan the hammer on his 6-shooter, or he can like headshot people with his ultimate. Another one is just like a generic COD type soldier who can heal himself and fire rockets out of his pulse rifle. And you've got a list of interesting and diverse personalities, and that's just in the offense category. And its basic gameplay is 6-on-6 with the 2 teams taking turns in both match types. So the maps break down depending on... Basically, the maps are broken down into different types of modes. So you've got some maps that are capture a point and then you have to move a payload. So this is why it reminds me more of Team Fortress than it does a MOBA in any real sense. Because the payload pushing of stand by the cart, move the cart to the objective. Once you get it to the objective with checkpoints, you get more time, and you get, you know, at the end, you know, you succeed and you win the map. As a Team Fortress player, or, you know, used to play a lot of Team Fortress, this just feels exactly the same. That most of the maps will generally involve standing on a point, capturing it, and then trying to hold that point until the payload objective arrives. Others are best of 3 kind of rounds as well, which are kind of cool, where some maps will be broken down into 3 smaller maps that you fight over 1 point, and you can test the point, and whoever can hold the point to get the bar to 100% is the winner. And it can create some really tense moments of overtime where players are, and the other team are desperately jumping into the point and trying to stand on it long enough and get kills to try and push the other team off the point so they can retake it. And it does create some really memorable moments at times, and it can create some really salty, bitter moments for you that you just get really pissed off. Like any online shooter, it can sometimes be a love-hate affair with your team at times. So yeah, I mean, the basics of the game, it's a very simple, straightforward game, but it's got lots of layers of complexity based on the team composition, because you can't just take a team of all offensive characters, even on attack, because characters within each category have their own strengths and weaknesses depending on the map as well. Like tanks don't necessarily do a lot of damage, but they can take a lot of hits, so you're always going to want a tank on your team regardless if you're attacking or defending. Even some defense characters have useful abilities. There's a samurai archer type character called Hanzo who has basically his weapon silent because he uses a bow, but he has the ability to, his ultimate is he can fire these like 2 spectral dragons that just pass through physical objects like the walls in the map, and it can hit multiple enemies and kill people very quickly. But he has arrows that can ricochet around, damaging multiple targets, so you can headshot kill pretty easily. He's relatively quick. You've got characters like Mei who can freeze people. She can put up ice walls as a defensive structure, or to trap players in a certain room where they can't escape. That kind of thing. So there's lots of little layers, nuanced layers of using different characters' abilities together, and that's where the game really shines. Like when you click or you're on teams with a group of 5 other players and you're all kind of coordinating, it really comes into its own. And that's what's been so addictive about it. And I've been enjoying it so much. Win or lose, I mean, you know, at the end of every round you get XP, and that XP translates into levels. And the levels don't really mean much. The levels are just a measure of how much you played the game. But every level you achieve, you gain a loot box. And the loot box is basically all of the in-game assets to unlock for your characters. Things like voice lines, spray tags, which are just like you can put up little spray icons anywhere on the map. Little victory emotes and costumes. The most desirable ones are the costumes. You can alter your character's appearance a bit. And yeah, I mean, this is what you go for, really. And some of the misconceptions with the microtransactions comes in around these loot boxes, because on the one hand, yes, you can criticise a company like Activision Blizzard, who make a fortune every month for making a full price game and then saying, but if you want to get loot boxes quicker, you can pay us a bit of extra money. Yeah, this is a problem. But ultimately, you don't ever have to spend a penny on the game. The way that the game works is it has an infinite leveling cycle. You can get to level 100, and then when you roll back to level 1, you get a prestige star on your character portrait. And then you just start the process again. You will eventually get everything through time played. You will unlock all the costumes, you will unlock all of the emotes and the voice lines, and that's because any duplicates you get a little bit of in-game cash that you can then use to buy the stuff you don't have. Currently for me, it's not really been invasive and not really been a problem. I've got a few costumes out of the boxes. I've been lucky a few times, and more often than not I've got crap, but the more stuff I unlock that's crap will eventually get me more coins, and yeah, it's been really fun for that reason. But it doesn't mean that you couldn't put, if you love it that much that you don't mind putting a bit more money in. I don't personally see the problem. I mean, people put money into lots of other free-to-play games at an exorbitant rate. I mean, hell, I've bought a lot of MechWarrior Online packs for a game that, yeah, essentially you never have to buy anything in, but I've done it. And for the most part, I've not regretted it. So, you know, my $29.99 that I paid on the Blizzard store to buy the game is all I'm ever going to pay, unless they do some kind of paid expansion. But yeah, I'm never going to put any more into loot boxes, so I don't mind that price. Whereas in MechWarrior, arguably, I've paid probably more than $1,000 over its existence as a 4-year product, and you know, whether I feel like I've gotten those $1,000 back, I don't think I have, but I'm still going to buy the mechs. So it's consumer choice, really. Pro-consumer, however you want to view it. I don't mind it so much. Now the price and the size. Some people, I don't know. Some people think the Overwatch is a bit too expensive for the content. Maybe it is at the moment. As I said, I've been enjoying it immensely, but maybe it's because I really enjoyed Team Fortress 2, so this feels like just playing a really nice Team Fortress 3. And by the way, performance-wise, stunning. It's so smooth. The game has a hell of a lot going on the screen sometimes, with every character blasting shit at each other with so many effects, and it just runs smooth. I've not had any performance hitches. I've never crashed. I've not had any like weird glitches or anything like that. It's a really well made product so far. It's surprising just how well they've nailed this. But I don't want this to run too long anyway, so essentially, yeah, graphics look great, performance wise is really smooth, it's got quick gameplay. I mean, matches don't last a huge amount of time. They can last anywhere between, in one round can sometimes, depending on how bad the other team is, can be like less than 2 minutes, but a proper full-on match could maybe take you about 10-12 minutes. So you can get several matches in a relatively short space of time and still feel like you've gained something from all of that. Price-wise, it might be a bit of a sticking point, although all future content is free. That's characters and maps. So I don't think they're ever going to charge you for anything extra, unless there's some kind of major expansion pack that they do that might, I don't know, Although I don't know how they do it, but whatever. They haven't said there's major expansion pack. Don't listen. Don't take what I'm saying as fact. Anyway, but yeah. If you liked Team Fortress 2, if you like MOBA games in general, if you feel like if you're on the fence about this and you're not quite sure, if you've got the cash, just buy the standard edition that's on the store. Don't buy the Origins edition because it comes with a load of extras that are for other Blizzard games that you don't really need if you don't play them. So the base title, like here in the UK, it's $44.99 for the Origins edition, but it's $29.99, which is £30, which is cheaper than a little cheaper than most PC games are on the likes of Steam and even in store these days. For me, get it direct from Blizzard. Get a Battle.net account if you haven't got one, and just play. It's really good. It's really fun. I'm not going to score it because I don't really like score systems in games. I just think it's based on opinion and whether you like it. If you like the footage, if you like what you see from this, take from me, I really enjoy it. I think if you're into your shooters and competitive side of things, this is just set to get bigger and better over time. So yeah, thumbs up. Overwatch, good. Overwatch, good game. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and yeah, see you next time. And if you want to see more Overwatch videos, let me know below. I don't mind just every now and then recording a match and uploading it. So yeah, have a good one everybody, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you during the week. Critical Rocket, signing out.